Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Rams will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns offense will have the first possession of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double coverage, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Off the play fake. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback, after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Getting some heat. Makes the catch. It's Baxter. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So the Colorado State Rams offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
That's caught. It's Morrow. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Quickly complete. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the Rams look to keep this drive humming. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds a tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Using his legs, it's Baxter. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
To the air, it's Ewers. He's right on target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Makes the grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Oh, that is a nice move to get the ball out to the 36.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Longhorns are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive line, but just like right here, great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They're going to throw it to start the drive. A little screen to the running back. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
Right, he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. The Rams get it past the sticks. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. First down to start the drive after the break. Quick pass on the fly motion. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Touch pass on the run. Smashes through. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Rams decide to punt it away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's held. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Off play action on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got it looking for a 1st. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by a field goal over the Pandas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And that one's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going up top on 1st down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He'll just keep slinging it. He's got his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The Rams are moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Morrow. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field, making the nice tackle.
Back to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy's...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rams!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 85 yards. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Baxter. They'll immediately call timeout. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his tight end. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Golden.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. And you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Back to pass. It's Ewers. It's complete on the right side. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Colorado State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Fowler Nicolosi. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time.
Can anyone catch him? A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And the Rams want to move quickly.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Rams have this offense rolling. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. He's looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Morrow. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quick release by the QB. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. The give on the inside. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
With the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado State.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Doug.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Complete downfield. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. The Longhorns are on the move. They move the tight end all over. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Texas! What a grab and go for the score. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. When these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them to make big plays for them.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Purdue is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 17 over the Coyotes. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Rams will hustle to the line. Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Throws to the wideout. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it, offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. They've got a ways to go on this 3rd down from the 10. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Makes the grab. It's Morrow.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Quick completion on the out. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. The Rams come to the line in the hurry-up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Good timing on the quick out. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
To throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with it.
Here comes the Texas offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Golden. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires downfield. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the ball.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Wide receiver shows motion. Back to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Quickly complete.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day with that pass. He goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. The quick out. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. And the Rams in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Grab near the marker. It's Morrow. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw it again. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Trying to slam in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Looking to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado State. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back and keep that momentum going.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Kennesaw State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game, and what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on. That was his longest run of the game.
Quarterback's just going to take a knee. As disappointing as this is, everything's still in front of this team. I mean, think back to 1983 Miami. Got blown out in the opener but won the national championship.
You're absolutely right, Reese. Lots to play for here. And there's no doubt when you watch this team, they've got the talent to get it done. They got to execute better. They got to iron out some of these mistakes we saw here on the field today. But I think if this is a team, if they stay healthy throughout the course of the year, David, they've got a lot to play for this season.
Goodness gracious, I guess I'm the only one that caught the 1983 reference. I know you two guys were alive. I wasn't even alive yet. Good Lord, you guys are old. Like, this is a long time ago. Can you use a little better reference there, Reese Davis?
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team,